Hey, viewers, it's pony time! Look at that melon in the big wheelbarrow, though. Anyways, we've got useful. Alright. Wait, oh, berry? Does anyone know animate objects these days? Please, none your melons. Oh, how much bigger, though? Oh, pony, why? Ooh.
This old wheelbarrow is utterly useless.
Dang, calling it old right there? What?
There's no place on a farm for things that are useless.
I mean, it's kind of based, though.
Will help.
But dang, how much longer would it go?
Pretty heavy.
Yeah, I was about to say, one of them can be very heavy, you know?
For you,
But what about Pony, though?
I've got the rest.
Ooh. Oh, his frown!
Pony, you can carry one, but you have to take extremely good care of it, okay?
But how is he gonna carry it, though?
What you do today, you have to keep this melon safe.
That's the thing. How can Pony carry a melon with his hooves? Because I'm pretty sure if he put it in his hooves straight away, like, it'll probably slip off his hands. Like, something giant in his hooves and it slips off. Like, come on. If I were you, I wouldn't trust Pony because he's got hooves. Like, yeah, it's not like he's got any hands or, like, fingers. Fingers would help, you know.
Ready?
Ready.
Oh! Ooh, I mean, in a way, this was your fault, George.
No use crying over smashed melons.
I mean, kind of real. You got lots of them, you know.
Shall we?
Well, Pony can take something, can't he, Dad?
Oh, can he? Fine.
So I kind of get why George let go of the melon. I was going to frame him for a sec, but Pony did say ready. But he didn't know he was going to say set, go though. But the moment is kind of real. You've got other melons to go, and you don't need to cry about it. It's just one of a melon. I'm pretty sure there's other melons in the balcony, am I right?
How about this, Pony? This
The one simple bee, by the way.
is how much I trust you.
Ooh! Dad,
I won't let you
being
down.
modest right there. Dang.
Honey?
Don't rush me. I've got a very important duty.
Well, I'm about to drop this, so I'll see you at the market.
Yeah, the piece. I just squished it. But that's the thing. If you do drop that pea on the floor, it's not like it's gonna squish. You can't just pick it up, you know.
I'm not gonna let this baby out of
It's the pea magic.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Pony, are you basically gonna stare into the pea the entire time? It's like, yeah, like, you're just gonna stare into the pea the entire time. Like I did say, if you do drop it, you can just pick it back up again. It's not like it's gonna squish, but if it was a very big watermelon, you'll still look right in front of you. But yeah, that's the thing. When it comes to like tiny things, Pony can hold it, but when it's big, like I'm pretty sure, like with animals who've got hooves, they'll probably let go of things easily. So I take it Pony's the only animal who can actually stand up. Right now, I can't think of any animals that can stand up in a long darn while. Hey, dog and Mrs. O'Carver. I really love how he's still got that oh! The wall's getting destroyed because of him.
You didn't have to be so mean to Pony. He's just trying to be useful.
Oh my goodness, could you imagine if those news helicopters came through, like we saw that in the other episode ago? The wall's getting destroyed because of him. And inside the house, like, I'm pretty sure things will be on the news if it's that serious. Like, just because across the road, what more serious can it be? Because I think in the first ever episode, Nosy Pony, why didn't those helicopters did not come through? He was walking straight, by the way. But also, I do love how Dog still got that pank in his face. We didn't see his eyes, though.
Pony's the opposite of useful. He's useless.
Dang! Saying in front of Annie right there.
Not true.
Well,
But you wouldn't call him useless, though.
half an hour ago, and he's still
Half an hour ago? Oh my gosh, I just called it the news helicopter! What is that other helicopter on the right, though? But I want to know what happened. Actually, I don't really want to know what happened across the road because look at how much smoke there is, though. But in a way, I wouldn't really want to call Pony useless. I would like to call him a loving pony, a very silly pony, and he's just fun. But you'll be saying that right in front of your daughter right there. That Pony is useless, though. Oh, dang. He's still staring into the pea. That's crazy. Yeah, listen to the dad right there. Oh my god, those melons! that was kind of pointless, though. Oh. Usual? When was the last time, then?
Dad thinks you're useless.
What? But the pea. That wasn't useless.
Right, so obviously you're not.
In that one bit.
Okay.
Kind of real, though.
Doesn't really matter what Dad thinks of you. I mean, it's not like he's He's going to.
Oh, the wheelbarrow.
Carry out.
Well, he was useless. And like that, there's no place on a farm for things that are useless.
And now he's
Yeah, you did say that at the beginning, though.
See, Pony? Dad gets rid of stuff he thinks is useless.
Oh!
I know that.
But Dad doesn't.
You gotta turn on that pony charm.
I see.
Show 'em how useful you can be.
I see what you mean, Annie. Like, Dad did say in the beginning there's no place on a farm that things that are useless. So now that... Well, I'm pretty sure Dad would not get rid of Pony, but... Yeah, and then by the end of the episode, you'd be like, we all love Pony. We would never get rid of him, though. The only place on the farm that is actually useful. But sometimes you may call him useless. Sometimes he's useful. Maybe not. He can be very silly, you know. But what Pony's kind of saying is kind of real because that pea thing wasn't useless. You did stare into it. The one thing that is useless is you didn't look in front of you, but you landed that pea perfectly on the cod right there. Absolutely perfect right there. So in a way, I will call you useful for that. So they're just going to be useful from now on, though. Oh, what a jump scare right there. Dang. It probably won't go well. Oh my goodness, look at that milk. Wow. Bro, Pony, you should know where Dad sits by now. I'm pretty sure you think that he was going to sit down on that... I think he was calling for the TV, wasn't he? But you should know where the Dad sits. Obviously, us viewers wouldn't even know that he sits in that chair. Because I believe old men to be like that. But... Dad, making it look very comfy, but I'm pretty sure with, you know, cushions, you wouldn't fit in that one simple chair, but when there's a long sofa, you would do that, you know? Dang. Oh, he threw in the pillow right there. No way! What an image. What? I mean, it kind of reminds me of the Gumball episode. What was it? The car episode where... Gumball and Don were trying to help out Mr. and Mrs. Robinson. When Mr. Robinson was doing his business, Gumball and Don were hiding under him because they liked the guy so much. But the toilet roll is right next to the Dad, so he can get it himself. And also scolding that... Pony, use your mind. That ain't useful at all. Come on. You know Dad so well that he's going to be... Oh, what happened to the picture? Oh my goodness, though. Like, I really want to know what actually happened because he got that clown costume on. He was trying to cook, but ended up in chaos. And also the picture, was trying to, like, hold a picture up. Also, look at the picture at the top. Is that Annie as a baby? Aww, so I take it the mum changed back then. But this is the first time I get to witness their room. I actually like it, you know. But the one pumpkin on the Dad's the one pumpkin on the Dad's bedside table, I love that so much. Dang.
Oh, honey, you made the bed nice.
Oh!
The secret is to close all of that.
Oh, that is weird right there! Dang! I will not be surprised that he kicked him out, though.
Stay out.
He called me honey. That's a start.
Also, I was going to mention, that is so real. You love it when your mother or anyone makes a warm bread at night. It's like, it's so cool, but it might be Pony, probably not the mum, though. But why? That ain't useful at all.
Yeah, he called you some other things too.
Oh, well, like what, though?
Sure.
Wait, don't give up.
Aw.
I won't let Dad get
I think they're
rid of
overthinking
you.
it, right?
You're good at lots of things.
Like what?
What, for being
You're
useful?
the tight to reach the cereal in the high cabinet.
Oh, dang, that is kind of useful.
And
But,
you're great at sitting.
aww.
You're great at sitting on the end of my bed and keeping my feet warm.
Yeah,
Nice.
Fair enough. I am pretty great at that. It's my years of practice.
Maybe we need a new approach.
But the thing is, right, when you, like, be like, oh, yes, we want to be useful, but when you, like, overthink it, it isn't going to go well. But when you don't overthink it, it actually does go well. But poor Annie is trying to think of all the useful things that Pony does. Maybe it's the only way to get him happy. But the one thing that is useful is that, you know, his hair's next to Annie's bed, and she's probably used to it. And that's the only way, like, I'm pretty sure Pony went on that bed, then that means, you know, Annie probably wouldn't sleep hard or something like that. Or we'll have to go somewhere else for that, you know? So what's going to happen the next day then?
Alright, here's what we're gonna do.
Yawn?
No, I was up all night working out the plan.
Dang, you just did it for your Pony right there, like staying up all
How
night.
useful you really are.
That's a great
Okay,
idea.
but you were doing that yesterday, so...
Wait, isn't that what we were just doing?
Well, no, we were going about it all wrong. The problem is, We've been waiting for the right moment to happen instead of creating it.
Ah, you now realize that then.
Where you can be useful. They're at the farm stand.
Oh, no, the farm market again.
I've got it.
Alright then.
Find an old piano.
Wait, where did you get the piano from?
Then roll it down straight at the stand.
Alright then.
And then, at the last
Oh,
moment,
wait.
I jump out and stop it. And Dad will think I'm a hero.
Wait, hold on a second. I actually thought I was imagining. Did you actually go all the way to the top of the hill to run the piano down the hill? And then it's like, okay, Annie, follow my plan. We get the old piano. Go to the top of the hill and roll it down the hill. And I'll explain what happens next.
So, shouldn't you be down there?
Yeah, exactly! I was just be wondering about that. Oh! Dang.
That didn't work. We need something less destructive. I'm sorry. I came back to reactions because I was so sick all week. Oh! Oh my god! The one thing that made me laugh when Dad went, huh? What happened? But I think the farm stands back to normal. That is crazy how that went real. Alright, moving on. I'm
You
calm.
don't have to clear up afterwards.
Stop.
Dang.
Dad's truck. He loves his truck.
Oh, the truck from the intro then. First time we get to...
Old piano.
What's with the piano?
No more pianos. You could do something useful to his truck. Like clean it or wax it.
Can Penny actually do that?
Oh, that's perfect.
Oh, wow.
Change a
Nice.
flat tire.
There's a lot you don't know about me, Annie.
Alright, even us viewers.
Well,
Fun
for
facts.
example, did you know that I can change a flat tire?
I think she knows.
You just said that.
What any more facts like can Penny think about that though?
First, we need to let the air
But what they're kind of doing makes it kind of useful, you know? Dang, so you gotta be kind of sneaky even though they're at the farm stand, right? But the thing is with cars, right, they've got holes in America. So when you like unplug the holes, you know the tyre flats out. But in the UK, they haven't got holes in the middle of it. They got like those stripy gate thingy. And I'm gonna wonder how you gonna do that. But in the cartoon world, they do have holes as well. But in the UK, what you do have to do is have to grab a weapon and then boom, go into the tyre and then it just flats down right there. But I'm actually kind of curious how Penny can actually do it though, because Annie doesn't know that he can change a flat tyre. Maybe outside an episode, did he do that before though? Let's flashback. But man, we're doing super mission over here, like ninja. oh, he's in the wrong car right there. But down with a truck, it's probably that hot. Ooh. Oh, Penny, you big balloon.
Now we hide you.
The way he just landed though.
It's here. You do the tire thing and bingo. You'll never end up like old Barry. Stay here.
Oh, that means he'll get rid of them.
Just in case things go
But what do you mean by heal?
really well.
What else would you say? Really bad. So, you're just gonna hide in the truck, and then Penny's gonna hide on the side, and then as soon as the parents are gonna get back, and you're like, oh, me and Annie went on a fun day out. Annie went home, and I went to check in on you guys because you seem to be chatting around the, the truck. Also, do loving, the Brownie family's got a farm truck, and then you get to like put, instead of a boot, they have a whole box where you can just put like, for example, pony that we see in the intro, and also like melons and stuff. Yeah, we did see that earlier though. What am I saying? Oh dang! They've waited the entire day. You could have done that later,
You can't just replace old Barry.
And then,
That's
but
where
wait,
you're
what?
wrong.
So now they're coming
The
back.
BioLoad 2000 is pinpoint perfect.
So I'm confused. Annie said old Barry, and Mum said old Barry. Not a big Barry fish from Ben and Holly. That's kind of crazy if you think about it, But replace it. You just basically got rid of it. And, another way of doing it is by selling it, Even better.
Ah,
What's wrong?
I think it's a flat.
Can you tell any difference? I don't get it, though.
There's always something with this old truck. You ever get that parking brake fixed?
There's always something old this episode.
It's just temperamental.
Yeah, you see what they mean now?
Can I be useful in any way?
Alright, Pony, hey.
No, we've got a flat tire.
Okay, let's see what he does. Oh! Wow! That took him 5 seconds right there to mend that tire. That's actually kind of sick right there. But man, there's always something with this old truck that things are breaking, like, oh, yes, for example, the flat tire. Oh, the parking brake. What's next? The boot's gonna be apart. What's next? Other than that, screws, tiny little screws are all apart. And other than that, how to end the season is the, engines being broke. But man, sick on Pony. Nice one right there.
Wow. That
The
was
mom is just shocked right there.
You deserve a treat.
What about the dad,
No,
though?
no, just the place.
Whoa!
That was, what's the word? Useful?
Can you not say useful that...
Useful,
Oh no! Oh no! The parking brake!
What do you want, Pony?
Dan, they're going to a cafe shop. Nice.
That'll do me.
Well, Pony, we
Is he a
were
fan
there.
of sugar though?
We had no idea you could do
I don't know the way
something
the truck is
To
moving.
be honest, the hardest part was deflating the tires.
No, Pony? What?
Well, the nozzle was really
Oh my goodness! You really be saying that? Oh my goodness! That truck is actually moving. How did the parents not know that Annie was there in the first place? This is kind of dumb, I'm gonna call you lot useless, but Pony's kind of useful, You can change a flat tire. The parking brake is flipping broken. Take it out for a treat, and oh no! Look at that save Annie. Come on, come on. Wow.
Annie, she's in trouble.
Is he still complaining?
Where'd the truck go?
I told you to fix that parking brake.
Annie never did that right there. Next fact: Pony can fix a parking brake, whatever it's called.
Jump onto my back.
Dang.
You'll be fine. I'll keep real steady.
No! Ooh! Yes! This is what happens. Oh my gosh, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of this Mario Kart game where, by the end of the race, you end up falling in the water. It's one of those Arctic games, am I right? But it's like, Pony, like the beginning of the episode, you were holding on that P and staring into it. And then now this is what happens when you're not aware of yourself, because this time you got hit into signs, and then you went to get that P in the farm stand quite carefully. Look at the way Pony's rolling though. The lake! Winner! Annie and the truck. Loser, Pony and the bin.
Kids, jump off.
Wait, in the water or the bin? Oh, I can imagine it cold right there.
You big liar.
Lovely?
Jump.
What do you mean?
Okay. One.
Dang, the only way to get out of it. Wow. I love how the truck just literally just landed on that boat right there as soon as the truck went into the water. Like, they just on that random boat. Was it there from the Jerry birthday episode though? But what would you prefer? Jumping into a bin or jumping in freezing cold water? I would probably do that. It depends if your blood is cold. Mine's nice and warm, am I right? Oh my goodness, I'm right near the stairs! That little kid. Wow. But did you just go to a little kid and be like, little kid, I don't care where your mum is, can I borrow your bike for a second so I can just catch up? But he can run as fast as he can. He can run like Super Sonic over there, but he actually made it in the end. But what's the next chance for him to, save Annie? Well, stop the truck actually. Oh, I'm gonna climb through that window and stop the parking brake. That'd be a good idea. Fix it.
Is that the plan?
Don't be dumb, Annie. Okay. Look! What? Sick? With all those people there. But how did his neck just stretch out like that? There's the thing of cartoon characters that you can just stretch out their bodies like that. It is kind of funny if you think about it, But there we go. They're saved. And Pony's knotted up, am I right?
Didn't even need a piano.
I think that's what's the piano. Like, this is the first episode.
Hey, Annie.
Oh,
Oh, you're sick.
did they borrow a car?
Thank you, Pony.
What?
That was amazing. You saved Annie.
What a victory! Props to Pony for doing that right there. As they all care for each other though, but did they just borrow a car to go down to the bottom of the hill? I mean, we went from the top of the hill. It would have made sense if we went from the top of the hill and down back to the stairs. We just ended up at the lake in the middle of it. Crazy, am I right?
You won't make me live in the dumpster with old Barry?
We would never do that, actually.
Afraid you'd want to get rid of Pony because he wasn't useful. We would never do that. Pony's part of the family.
I would like to do that, says the dad.
You might not be that good at
So like I said.
but you're pretty good at looking after my girl.
Great.
That's
Aww.
And you can change a tire. So that's two things.
So let's see. Can we hear some more fun facts about what Pony can actually do, though? But Dad actually being kind of nice right there, because he's like, you're not very good at some certain things, but you're very good at good things, like you're good at looking after my daughter Annie, or changing flat tires, and, you know, finding pianos. What else? Oh! You're not very good at changing tires then, because look what happens now.
Okay.
Damn, that truck got destroyed!
Just stay in the hut.
Aw, but now it's the end of the episode and they are going to change their mind. It's like, Pony, I take back what I just said because you basically run the truck. There's people down there. Pony basically ruins the world, but let's just say the one thing. He's very good at looking after Annie, but the useless thing is that he does, you know, destroy the world, am I right? What an episode based on useful. It just starts off like crazy, like Pony destroying the world once again because he's staring into the pea. Like, if he was carrying a melon, he would stare into it, you know? Everyone's getting involved and stuff like that, you know? And ever since Dad said useless, they're trying to be like very useful, well, Pony mostly. So Dad doesn't get rid of Pony because that's what they're overthinking. Just because he said there's no place on the farm that thinks that useless, you're like, okay, Dad might get rid of Pony because he got rid of old Barry, am I right? Because it was broken. If Pony was broken, then yeah, he would get rid of him, you know? But Pony being like, hey, can I pour a drink for you? But it didn't turn out well. What happened after that? Oh yes, make the sofa look comfy, and then, oh yeah, I'm gonna get toilet roll for you while you're in the toilet doing business, and then making the bed nice and warm. I wanna know what the others were, because there's one about the clown costume, cooking, and I think he was trying to cook for Dad, but it didn't turn out quite well. But I think he was trying to film a picture or something like that. But then the next day, they're trying to stop overthinking it. But then the next day, let's forget about yesterday. Let's try and make it even better. For example, we find an old piano pushed down the hill. Like, I actually thought it was Imaginarium, but he actually did it. The bottom stand got destroyed, but the way that Dad went, made me laugh right there. But one of the facts was like, did you know I could change a flat tire? Well, he didn't actually do it. He did actually do it, but it didn't actually screw it on properly. That's the reason why the truck got destroyed. Let's list. I would like to know Pony's fun facts that makes him feel useful, because I think most of the time he's useless though. But in a way, would you call Pony useless? I would rather call him a silly pony. He's a fun one and I love him so much, you know. But it wasn't because of the tire. The parking brake, that was the parents' fault. The next fact, Pony can fix a parking brake. But Pony actually, I think Dad will take back what he just said, because at the end of the episode he was like, meh, the truck got destroyed. And he did say, the hardest part was deflating the tires. Like, what? We were shocked at the fact that you were fixing the tire, and then you were like, all of that right there, and he was about to swear. But the one thing he did in the end, the truck was moving by itself because of parking brake. Pony went save Annie right there, and that in a way was kind of useful, you know. And that is in the end like, yeah, you're good at looking after my daughter, but you might not be good at melons, or you might not be very good at fixing cars and stuff. In a way, it was kind of sweet, you know, that it will never get rid of Pony. The only thing that they will never get rid of out of this farm. But if, like, fruit, for example, are useless, would you still get rid of that, Dad? Because the other episode is going to be based on tomatoes, and this episode is based on lemons and tomatoes. But it's a crazy one. Hope you enjoyed this reaction. I'm sorry I'm not talking that much today. I think you deserve a break from my yapping because I've been sick all week and I can't really think straight. I'm stressing out a little bit at the moment. But hopefully it'll go well, back to normal tomorrow. I'm just going to go rest, sleep and edit this later. And in a way, I'll catch you next time.